Okay, we got a brand new 2023 mixer truck. And we got our little control buttons over here. And I'll show you what they do in the back. There's some swivel, unlike mine, which is fixed. And then we got overhead compartment. We got this little triangle. I don't know if you can see that right there. And this truck has a sensor. It tells you when the truck is, like a car is up on the side of you, and the sensor will go off to let you know not to switch lanes. And then we got some pretty little buttons down here. Let's see what they are. This is a override, and since it's a bad situation, it'll actually override, and it'll shut down override. Regen, and this is to if you're every now and then your truck will get all cluttered up with gunk in the exhaust system. This will regen that. Engine PTO. This is help speed up your drum, or speeds up your drum down when you're mixing, when you're loading, when you're slumping. And this is a LDW off, and this is to shut off the lane alert system. ATC spin, kind of a differential thing there, and then when it detects a little slipping there, it'll make up for that. Light tests, you can turn it on and test all the way around. This is your hazard light and your dome lights, and I got dome lights everywhere. And we've got our CB, and let's see, cup holders, which are nice, and a nice little dash down here. We've got our water temperature, our PSI for one of our water temperature PSI for one of our air tanks. Over here is, of course, fuel gauge, and the PSI for the other, and your RPMs and your tachometer and your speedometer, and got some pretty nice little controls here on the dashboard. And then this is where our electric log will go, and this also keeps track of our loads, and it's a GPS for us. And we got an interlock over here. There it is. Okay, there's an interlock over here. Lock up your differentials rather than just a sensor for your differentials. This is for when we're going through mud and things like that. And then we've got our oil pressure over here, and our transmission, and our turbo. Oh my goodness, this thing is a turbo. And then we got I get Bluetooth radio, and got all kinds of inserts. You can put your music in there or whatever. And then going out here, it is a automatic, so there's no clutch pedal. And trying to get off of here in DOT proper fashion with a phone in my hand. Good thing the boss wasn't around. We've got a water tank here on the job. This helps us wash. This is where we get our water from. This is a 150-gallon tank. Pressurizes. We got a work light right there. We got our hydraulics for our drum. This runs the hydraulics and drum. So kind of make the drum. Got our water line going to the back, up into the drum, and also up here on our little platform we have up here. That's where we stand up there and wash out do part of our washout for our drum and our hopper. And then we've got the controls back here. This charge, this makes our drum go clockwise and keeps it, charges and mixes it. This is when discharge, when we're pouring out. Pause, stop and start on that. These have different speeds when you hit them multiple times. Your chute up, this chute up, this is where the concrete comes out from the collector out of the drum. And then we have a chute down, and then we have a chute lock, and this is important so we don't kill the guy on the chute behind us. Is our work light, turns on multiple work lights. This one has two sets of work lights. Hopper tilt, this is that hopper thing there, it says Beck, and that hopper tilt is for when we're pouring out. This will, if we have that hopper up, it'll mix a little faster. Also, if we have a load that needs to be dried a little bit, we can tilt that up, let it set for a few minutes. If the customer wants it to be a little different slump. This is a safe jet, which we don't use. For a while they tried these, and they're just simply to get rid of that, so you don't have to go up there, but they didn't work very well. And then, as long as you are familiar with your Fables, you can operate this machine. We have a turtle and we have a rabbit. Makes the PTO go faster or slower. We don't have an auxiliary on this one. This is our back supply for water for washing down here. This is our supply for water for up top. There's a rock in it, because if you let this one loose, it'll shut off and it's going to freeze at night, and it'll freeze it. This is our slump gauge in the back. This gives us an idea of how wet our concrete is. It's one of the work lights. Turns on. Our PTO's up here. Missed that. There's a PTO there that runs the hydraulic system, that runs the drum. And we've got a coolant system up there. We have another slump gauge over here. Some nice bumpers. These are great. My truck has one of these. This is 2023. Mine is a 2021. Mine's got these, and they're nice. And this is a little better look at the chute. You can attach these 3 chutes to it, and you can get about 12 feet longer past the open chute there. This is the travel position. Another work light. Here's our another work light. Here is the sensor that shows the car. There's a car on this side right here. Got a nice looking visor thing up there with all those lights. This is where we get pulled out. We have to get pulled out quite often. And this is our air pressure on and off. The over here would be on, that's off. This tells us how much water, this little sensor, or this little sight gauge right here tells us how much water we have. There's a little ball in there that rises or lowers as it goes along. And got some rollers back here. This is what the back of the drum rolls on. And those have to be greased once a week. And I think that's about it. And here we go. It's our newest truck. We're going to get 2 like this. And this is another one, brand new. This one is not quite as fancy as the one we were just showing you, but just about. Doesn't have some of the sensors and things on it that this one has.